नमस्कार दोस्तों, स्वागत है आपका के न्यूज़ 24/7। तो चलिए देखते हैं आज की हेडलाइंस। पॉलिटिकल पार्टीज मीट लाइव न्यूज़। पीएम मोदी अराइव्स टू अटेंड NDA मीटिंग। On the second and concluding day of the opposition unity meeting in Bengaluru, Congress chief Mallikarjun Kharge announced that the coalition of 26 like-minded parties will be named Indian National Democratic Inclusive Alliance. We will fight 2024 Lok Sabha elections unitedly and succeed. Mr. Kharge said, while Congress leader Rahul Gandhi said that our fight is not merely between the opposition and the centre, but between the idea of India and the idea of BJP. Other opposition leaders, including West Bengal CM Mamata Banerjee, Delhi CM Arvind Kejriwal, and former Maharashtra CM Uddhav Thackeray, spoke a productive second meeting which followed the one held in Patna. Mr. Kharge announced that the next meeting will be held in Mumbai, where the parties will decide on the members of a coordination committee and a convener. The BJP, on the other hand, is holding a meeting of 38 parties of the National Democratic Alliance in the national capital on Tuesday. The NDA meeting will be chaired by Prime Minister Narendra Modi. The meeting of the NDA is being organized to mark the completion of 9 years of the central government under PM Modi. NDA's 38 versus opposition 26. List of parties attending mega political meetings in Delhi, Bengaluru. While 38 parties including BJP are attending the NDA meeting in the national capital, the leaders of 26 opposition parties are participating in the opposition unity meeting in Bengaluru. The meetings comes at a time when the opposition parties including Congress have stepped up efforts to formulate a common minimum program to contest next year's elections together. The NDA too has started reaching out to both new and former allies to shore up its numbers and counters the opposition unity efforts. Umen Chandi, a leader whose composition went far beyond political lines. It was just before the assembly election in 2016. Then Chief Minister Umen Chandi was stopped on his way out after an event held in the premises of Government Model LP School in Nadakavu, Kozhikode, by the voice of a child calling out his name. As he approached, Shivani, a class 1 student of the school, informed him how her classmate Amal Krishna was homeless and that his ailing parents were struggling to make both ends meet. What followed is a testament to the composition of a political leader who went over and beyond his power to keep his word. Amal Krishna's dream of a home was realized exactly a year later, in March 2017. But it was not easy for Umen Chandi, who was no longer the chief minister, to make it happen. Tough, he sanctioned Rs 3 lakh instantly from the government coffers when the issue was brought to his notice. The election protocol stood in his way. To avoid delay, Chandi raises the fund with the help of 2 Kozhikode-based businessmen and promptly handed it over to Amal's family. Inspired by the leader actions, a committee was formed headed by social activist KP Vijay Kumar to raise the remaining Rs 50 lakh in the house. In October 2016, then Revenue Minister E. Chandrasekharan laid the foundation stone of the house. Umen Chandi came down to Kozhikode for the housewarming and personally handed over the key to Amal and his parents Sujesh and Anisha. The family now lives in the 4-bedroom house in Kunduparma and makes a steady income by renting out the first floor. SC to Delhi LG CM. Rise above political bickering. The Delhi Chief Minister and the Lieutenant Governor must rise above political bickering and get down to the serious business of governance of the national capital, the Supreme Court observed on Monday, as it asked the 2 constitutional functionaries to sit together and decide on the next chairperson of the Delhi Electricity Regulatory Commission DERC. A bench headed by Chief Justice of India Dhananjay Y. Chandrachud also muled over referring the Delhi government's separate challenge to the 2023 Government of National Capital Territory of Delhi GNCTD audience, giving the centre control over the state bureaucracy to a constitution bench of 5 judges. The Delhi government on its part opposed the reference to the larger bench. So much work of the government is done away from the glare of publicity and media statements. Both the functionaries must get down to the serious business of governance. We are not so much concerned about the appointment of DERC chairperson, which we know will be done. We are on the larger issue. If both can sit together, we are certain a lot can be done. We would expect an agreed solution, the bench said. Bridge on Kolkata-Chennai NH16 collapse in Odisha, Sjajpur. Structural failure, says NHAI. A part of a bridge on National Highway 16 connecting Chennai with Kolkata sank near Rasulpur in Odisha's Sjajpur district, disrupting vehicular movement on Bhubaneswar to Baleshwar route on Tuesday morning. According to sources, people nearby heard a loud sound around 6 am as one side of the bridge on the 6-lane highway caved in by about 6 to 7 feet. A span of the bridge started to sink after a bus en route to Bhubaneswar crossed the stretch. A big mishap was averted because of the alertness of a tractor driver and a home guard of Kuakhai police station as they stopped vehicles coming on the route, said a police officer. The home guard said that a vehicle with under registration number also passed the bridge after the bus. We then stopped the container truck and the other vehicles also halted. Locals also alerted the commuters taking the bridge, he added. On being informed, police arrived there and controlled vehicular movement on the NH between Panikoili and Chandikhol stretch. Hundreds of stranded vehicles were diverted to disorganize the traffic on the stretch. The affected stretch has now been barricaded to avoid mishap, and the vehicles are moving at a slow pace on the other side of the highway, an RTO official said. Another major train accident in Baleshwar averted alert Memu train pilot saves life. A major train mishap was averted on Tuesday when a Memu train managed a narrow escape near Baruna Skiing Chak at Nilgiri Road railway station in Odisha Baleshwar district. As per initial report, the train entered a loop line track where some work was going on. A tragedy was reportedly averted only due to the presence of the loco pilot who sensed something wrong and applied brakes. The Memu train was on its way to Baleshwar from Bhadrak district when the loco pilot applied brakes after noticing some mistake in the track endpoint. Reportedly, the loco pilot then reversed the train towards Baleshwar, affecting the movement of other trains on the route for some time. Bijaydhar Barik, a passenger, said it was only the train driver who spotted something wrong in the tracks. The train later reversed some 200 to 300 meters and we got down from the train. The train was moving at slow speed and stopped at a distance from the track, which had some issues. Commonwealth Games 2026 event in doubt after Victoria cancels. The 2026 Commonwealth Games are in doubt after the Australian state of Victoria cancelled its plans to host due to budget blowouts. The Commonwealth Games Federation struggled to find a host before Victoria volunteered in April 2022. But the Premier said the projected cost had now tripled and become well and truly too much for the state to bear. CGF called the decision hugely disappointing and said it is committed to finding a solution. The Commonwealth Games are a multi-sport tournament that takes place every 4 years. They have only ever been cancelled during World War II. To be eligible to participate in the games, competitors must be from one of the Commonwealth's 56 members. Most of the countries in the Commonwealth were once part of the British Empire. Victorian Premier Daniel Andrews on Tuesday said Victoria had been happy to help out when approached to host last year but not at any price. Downing Street said the cancellation was disappointing of fans and athletes. Prime Minister's spokesperson said the UK government hoped a viable solution could be found by Australian authorities and the Commonwealth Games Federation. He rejected a claim the move was a sign of the decline of the Commonwealth as a whole, suggesting the King's coronation showed the strength of the Commonwealth and commitment of countries to it. Organizers had originally estimated the event hosted across cities including Geelong, Bendigo and Ballarat would cost $2.6 billion, and the state government had billed it as a boost for the regions. But now the 12-day tournament was expected to cost more than $6 million, Mr. Andrews said, adding that the new figure was more than twice the estimated economic benefit it would bring to Victoria. Saudi Arabia buy Turkish drones during Erdogan's visit. Saudi Arabia has agreed to buy Turkish drones, one of several lucrative contracts President Recep Tayyip Erdogan secured from Turkey's struggling economy as Ankara reaps the benefits of his recent diplomatic push to repair ties with Gulf Arab powers. Erdogan arrived in Saudi Arabia on Monday, accompanied by an entourage of some 200 business people, according to the Foreign Economic Relations Board of Turkey, as part of a 3-stop tour of the region. Both countries signed several memorandums of understanding (MOUs) in many fields, including energy, direct investment, and defense industries. Erdogan and Saudi Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman attended the signing ceremony for the drones deal between Turkish Defense firm Baykar and the Saudi Defense Ministry, Saudi state news agency SPA reported. Saudi Arabia will acquire the drones with the aim of enhancing the readiness of kingdom's armed force and bolstering its defense and manufacturing capabilities, Defense Minister Prince Khalid bin Salman AI source said in a tweet on Tuesday. SPA did not give details about the value of the deal. School Assembly News headlines for July 18 Indian National Democratic Inclusive Alliance PV Sindhu, Tejas Mark 1A and other important news. For today's morning school assembly, we have compiled some latest news updates on many sectors including national sports and international news to keep every student updated. Today's major events are a mega meeting of BJP LED. NDA has started at the Ashok Hotel in New Delhi, where 38 parties who are a part of the National Democratic Alliance NDA are attending the meeting. New 26-party opposition alliance to be called Indian National Democratic Inclusive Alliance as UK passes illegal migration bill. UN says it is against international law. PV Sindhu drops 5 places to settle for world number 70 lowest rank in over a decade. Russian national losses consciousness robbed of clothes mobile cash at Juhu beach. A 34-year-old Russian who has been staying in India for 4 years for business purposes lost his clothes, mobile phones and Rs 12,500 cash to theft. In his complaint lodged with the Santa Cruz police, Kirill Zadarian said that the incident took place in the wee hours of July 14 when he went to swim near Juhu beach after consuming a few drinks at a cafe. He said he lost consciousness at around 5:45 am and woke up around noon only to find that his belongings, which he had kept on the shore before entering the waters, were missing. Zadarian suspects that his drinks were spiked. Based on his complaint, a case was registered on Monday against unknown person under Section 379 theft of the Indian Penal Code. Talking to FPJ, he said that this wasn't the first time that his belongings were stolen. While I was living at a Sakinaka dormitory, I had given my clothes worth more than Rs 40,000 for washing. However, the laundryman vanished without returning them, but I didn't approach the police, Zadarian said. Russia-Ukraine war live. Prigozhin betrayed by Wagner deputy during mutiny. Wagner mercenary leader Yevgeny Prigozhin was betrayed by his second-in-command, Andrei Trosev, who refused to back his short-lived mutiny against Moscow last month, the report claims. Investigate outlet Gulagu.net cited Wagner sources as claiming that Mr. Trosev earned President Vladimir Putin's favor by being the first Wagner commander to refuse to take part in the armed rebellion and instead to transfer inside information to the FSB and Russian Defense Ministry. It came as Russia launched overnight drone attacks on Ukraine's south and east as Volodymyr Zelensky's troops drove out Moscow's forces from villages in the south. A fire broke out at one of the facilities in the port of Mykolaiv late on Monday, the city mayor said. The port city provides Ukraine with access to the Black Sea. It's quite serious, Mayor Alexander Senkevich said of the fire. Bhumi Saman 2023 Award. Orissa wins Best State Award. President Draupadi Murmu today awarded Bhumi Saman 2023 Award to Orissa as the best state in the country for its remarkable achievements of targets of Digital India Land Records Modernization Program. Murmu conferred the award at a function organized by the Union Ministry of Rural Development at Vigyan Bhavan in New Delhi today. Out of 766 districts in the country, 68 districts have won Platinum Prize in 6 categories under the DILRMP. Out of these 68 districts, 19 districts are from Orissa, which is a matter of pride for the people of the state. 19 districts of Orissa which were selected for the Platinum Prize are Anugul, Bodh, Bargarh, Bhadrak, Deoghar, Dhenkanal, Gajapati Ganjam, Jagsinghpur, Jajpur, Kendrapada, Keonjhar, Khordha, Koraput, Nabarangpur, Nayagarh, Nuapada, Rayagada and Samalpur. Cyclonic circulation likely to form over Bay of Bengal in next 24 hours, IMD said. The Indian Meteorological Department IMD on Tuesday said that a cyclonic circulation is likely to form over the Bay of Bengal in next 24 hours. IMD Bhubaneswar Director HR Biswas said that heavy to very heavy rainfall are likely to occur due to development of cyclonic circulation. A cyclonic circulation is likely to form over the northwest Bay of Bengal in the next 24 hours. Under its influence, widespread rains and heavy to very heavy rains are expected in Odisha from 19 to 22 July, HR Biswas, director of IMD Bhubaneswar said. IMD also mentioned that cyclonic circulation may turn in low pressure from July 20 to 22. Fishermen have been warned not to venture into deep sea areas, IMD said. Earlier on June 17, Binika in Sonpur district recorded the highest rainfall of 160.52 mm and Dankauda in Sambalpur 155.5 mm in Jujumara in Sambalpur received 136 mm of rainfall. Odisha experienced widespread rainfall in the last 24 hours. Binika in Sonpur district recorded the highest rainfall of 165.2 mm and Dhanuka in Sambalpur 155.5 mm. Very heavy rain was recorded at 6 places while 12 places witnessed heavy rain, IMD said. Earlier, the Indian Meteorological Department on Sunday said that a cyclonic circulation lying over the northwest Bay of Bengal and adjoining North Odisha Gangetic West Bengal coast. A cyclonic circulation lies over northwest Bay of Bengal and adjoining North Odisha Gangetic West Bengal coast and extends up to 5.8 km above mean sea level, tilting southwards with height, IMD Meteorological Center Bhubaneswar said. IMD also said that the cyclonic circulation is likely to move west-northwestward across North Odisha and adjoining Gangetic West Bengal and Jharkhand during the next 2 or 3 days. ऐसे ही और न्यूज़ को जानने के लिए जुड़े रहिए के न्यूज़ 24/7 के साथ.